Top news: Bill Maher sparks spicy debate on Trump's bold foreign policy vision. Watch. Bill Maher thinks President Donald Trump's foreign policy doctrine is based on realism and not idealism. The president spent much of the past week in the Middle East striking deals with the Gulf states. The most notable was a $600 billion economic deal with Saudi Arabia. The deal includes more than $140 billion in arms sales to the oil-rich nation. Bill Maher, Scott Jennings and Peter Hamby got into a very blunt and frank discussion Friday night about Trump's foreign policy on Real Time with Bill Maher. The takeaway was simple: the era of wars is over, and it's now about making deals, even if America doesn't share a country's morals. Maher said the following in part when laying out how he views Trump's foreign policy doctrine. Now, we have the Trump doctrine, which I think is as much a departure as any doctrine a president has ever promulgated. What he is saying, and I'll give you some of the quotes: in the end, the so-called nation builders wrecked far more nations than they built. This is his speech in Riyadh. Interventionalists were intervening in complex societies that they did not even understand. And I got to say, this is something people on the left said about Vietnam. Societies we did not even understand. We said it about Iraq. What are we doing here? But Trump is basically saying, we don't give a sh*t about what your morality is. And again, it's a hard one for people on the left to argue with, because they're the ones who say America is so evil. So, his doctrine is, you do you. We all love money. We all love money, and we're not going to hector you or lecture you about your morals. Hamby followed up by adding that a Trump administration official told him, Trump isn't going over there, the Middle East, to lecture. He's going over there to do deals. This person described it as realism. He's transactional. That's who he is. The reality is that America doesn't benefit from further entanglements and conflicts in the Middle East. We did that for more than 2 decades. The idea that every country in the Middle East needs Western democracy is laughably dumb. You don't have to love a nation's morals and standards to also recognize that business can be done and peace can be reached. That is definitely the Trump standard: peace through strength. America has the strongest military in human history, and no other country comes close. As long as that remains true, then we will always have a strong deterrent that will help inspire peace.